Hi everyone, welcome to this session. So here what we have in place tips and tricks for doing math. Math is such an interesting subject, isn't it? But it becomes a phobia to many students when they are not guided properly or when they just do it the bookish way. When they don't have an idea as to what are the shortcuts or what is that one formula that can do this question in much easier fashion, right? So this is how at times students find maths difficult. But you know what, I'll tell you one thing: if you know the tips and tricks of doing math, you will definitely save your time. One, the other, it will be quite an accurate answer that you can achieve, because you can also double check your answer using the conventional way. Now, who am I? Why am I blabbering so much about myself probably, or the subject of maths? Because I am a person who has quite a lot of teaching experience, with 8+ years of teaching experience, and with mentoring more than 6,000 students so far by recording more than 4,000 plus teaching videos. I have a huge experience with being with students like you, right? My name is Riddhi Arora. I have done, these 3 degrees have to be, mentioned about when I talk about me. These are like feathers in my cap. The first being the BTech that I did for a graduation degree. It was in the computer science branch and I got a gold medal for it. I was a state university topper. Then I did my master's in English literature because I was very fascinated about the subject of English as well. And I also gold medal there too, because I was a university topper there too. Then recently I have done my B.Ed, which is Bachelor's in Education, that helps me understand the psychology of students and how do they analyze things and how do they understand things. So this is a brief about me. You can see me there and here as well, right? So let's move ahead with the actual thing. What is our goal for this session? As mentioned, the goal is going to be to know about certain tips and tricks that help us ease our calculation, quicken our thought process, and also give us more marks, increase our score by a good amount of percentage. So today's class is going to be focused on finding 5% of any number. Isn't it great? Quick tip or quick trick to find 5% of any number. Then quick square of a 2-digit number, right? Squaring 2 digits numbers can be difficult if we go through the conventional way. But here we are going to know about a tip or a trick to calculate square of a 2-digit number very quickly. Let's move to memorizing pi, then multiply in parts and turn percentages into easier problems. So these are going to be these 5 tips and tricks we are going to know about. Memorizing pi. So pi is basically having the decimal value as 3.14. Usually we know till here only, but you can know it till the 6 to 7 digits after the decimal place using the tip that we're going to study in this session. If I talk about multiply in parts, multiplication can be very difficult, but simplified processes are there, one of which we are going to know today. And then percentages can turn up into an, in front of you as a lengthy question, but you can calculate it very easily by converting percentages into easier problems. Isn't it great? And aren't you excited for this? I believe you definitely are, because these are life-saving tips and tricks. And I'm very sure no matter whichever class you go to or whichever stream you apply for, these are based on real life. So they will help you very much. Let's move ahead. Finding 5% of any number. This is the first tip or the first trick that we have to know. Shali, let's move ahead. Let's see. By the way, any guesses as to finding 5% of any number? What could be the most simple way or the simplest way? I think you can tell to me in the comments there, right? When you find 5%, is it 5 upon 100 into that number till now that you have been doing? If doing that ways, I think you are mistaken somewhere, because that's a conventional way. And we are smart enough to know the smart ways and extraordinary ways available. Okay. So we take an example to find 5% of 235, right? How do you find 5% of 235 till now? So till now you have done 5 upon 100 into 235, isn't it? And then you might have multiplied 5 and 235 and then place the decimal values accordingly. So this is one way that you did 1175 and 1 and 2. So 1 and 2. But is this the most easiest way? I don't think so. Right? If the other way you might have thought would have been 5 upon 100 into 235. And I tell you, this is one way that most students do. They cancel on the table of 5. Yeah? So 47 upon 4, and what they will do is they will go here, they will do like this, and 4 ones are 4, this is 7, 4 ones are 4, this is 3. Now 3 is less than 4, so we can't do like this. We will have to place a decimal and then move ahead. That is 4 sevens are 28, but this is still not done. So 2 here and place a 0 below, so 4 fives is 20. Now see one thing. 11.75 we got, but how much time did we devote? A lot of time. And practically when you have competitive exams, such like, your government exams later that you might opt for government job related exams, or, papers wherein you have done your graduation and now you want to go for a job like in companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, they will all have your aptitude test towards the beginning. And they will give you these kind of questions. Then what you will do? When you have to attempt say 200 questions in 120 minutes, do you think these tricks should be there so that you can do it in a quicker fashion? Definitely, it will be very difficult otherwise if you keep going this conventional way, this traditional way. So now fasten your seat belts, because now you are going to learn a life-saving trick. So 5% of 235. Can you not write 5% as, or 5 as 10 upon 2? Right? So assume that 5 is 10 upon 2. So first we have to do something related to 10 and then something related to 2. So 10 upon 2 means later we will divide by 2. Second step is divide by 2. And what about the first step? So the first step is 10 is written. So you have to do something related to 10 or something related to 0. And zeros, 1 or 2 or 3, they account for decimal thing, right? So here if you see 0, you will have to talk about moving the decimal point after one digit. As simple as that, right? So let's see what is there. So we see that here, whatever number you get, right? Just move the decimal point after one digit. So you saw that this is one digit and you place a decimal point here. And now next is divide the answer by 2. Simply divide it by 2. So 23.5. Orally also you can do it. So 23.5 if you even assume it has to be 24. So divide by 2 is 24 divided by 2 is 12. And 0.5 divided by 2, because 23.5 was there. That is 0.25. So 12 minus 0.25 is 11.75. As simple as that. This is your answer. Right? Let me repeat what we did. We did just 2 steps for every kind of a question we are going to do this. First, move the decimal point after one digit, then divide the answer by 2. That's it. Isn't it interesting and amazing? Wow. So let's move ahead. And now 5% of 1771. Not beating about the bush. Let's see what should be done. Moving the decimal point after one place firstly, and then dividing the whole answer by 2. Right? So if you divide the whole answer by 2, what do you get? So this is deliberately written in order to confuse you. This is not the actual answer. This was the answer to the previous one. Right? So 177.1 upon 2. And whatever you get upon solving that will become your actual answer. And I leave this up to you. You can write down the answer in comments, please. I'll wait for you to solve the answer for the time that you solve the answer. Why not? Right? Okay, I believe you have got it very correct, isn't it? So what did we do? We moved the decimal point. We are talking about decimal point movement, and we are also talking about divide by 2. Divide by 2. That's it. Let's move ahead. Here, 5% of 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No worries. Move the decimal point and then divide by 2. So this is basically after divide by 2 you will get this. Not this is not equal to this. This should be after divide by 2. So these kind of mistakes are deliberately left in the session so that you point out that, my God, I think it is incorrect. And if you don't point out, that means your attention is somewhere outside the class, which we do not want, because this is a very interesting trick and tip. So the first one was finding 5% of any number. Simply do one thing. Simply first move the decimal point and then divide by 2. Okay, let's move ahead. Now, time to check your knowledge. I'm waiting for 1 minute. Not more than 1 minute should be spent on this question. Let's solve it. I mean, you should solve it. Tell me in the comments what should be the answer. So basically 5% of 178775. What do you think should be the answer? Yes. So the question is 178775. If you have to find 5%, the conventional way was this. But no, we are smart students. We are students mentored by Riddhi ma'am. And yes, we know that we have a small tip or a small trick to entertain. And that's what? That's simply moving the decimal point and then dividing by 2. Did you all get the answer? Let's see whether you got the answer. And what answer did you get? Did you get it correctly? Let's move to check the answer in another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1. And yes, this is the answer. Can you check whether you got it correctly? How many of you got it correctly? You can just point it down and write it down. I got it correct, or yes, yes, yes in the comments. And for those who might not be able to get it correctly, no worries. I'll first explain and then throw one more question in your court. And probably you can tame that ball now, right? So moving the decimal to one place here and then dividing by 2, right? So dividing by 2, you get 8938.75. I hope you know how to divide by 2, right? So that's something which is too simple. So it's 2 8 is 16, then 2 9s is 18, then 2 3s is 6, then 2 8s is 16, right? So on and so forth. We've already achieved this. You can see that we will be placing a decimal here, then we'll be placing 15 here. So 2 7s is 14 and 1 will be remaining, 2 5s is 10. Now another question very quickly. Here we will give you only few seconds. This one. Time to check your knowledge. Very easy. This you should do orally. See, decimal to one place. Okay, let me not tell you. I am so fascinated and excited with the subject of maths already that even if I give you time, I start solving on my own. Yes. Okay. So, what is the answer? Please put it down in the form of comments. Everybody. Yes. Very good. Yes. Isn't it so simple? Now everything is like a cakewalk. 5% of any number done? Yes. Everybody, if you've understood, you can write yes. Understood. Yes, understood. Oh, wow. Wow. So good to see the response, isn't it? Now let's know how to find quick square of 2-digit number that ends with 5. So there are too many numbers that might end with 5, like 15, 25, 35, 45, 445, right? But now we are dealing with these kind of numbers. 2-digit numbers ending with 5, right? So 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. So you already know 15 is 225. Most of you also know 25 is 625. But what about the other numbers? Will you sit multiplying? I don't think so. You should be doing that. That's one way that you can do, but why to opt for traditional conventional ways when we have become smart enough? And since the technology has advanced, this can also be advanced, isn't it? Let's move ahead and check what can be then done. So we see this kind of an example. What is 35 square? So otherwise, if you know the conventional way would have been, I would have done 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15, 15 plus 2 is 17. Then 3 5s are 15, 3 3s are 9 and 1 10. And then I would have added 5, 12, 2 and 1 2 2 5. So I have done very quickly because I have more practice of this than probably you might have. But will you be able to devote time, energy, effort, all that in your exam for this long calculation? Even at this scale and grade when we have become seniors now. Right? So, want to understand one very nice tip and very nice trick that you can use to befool your friends also. You can tell them, see, I know something which I will not tell you. Let it be a secret. Okay, right. So just joking. So what to do? This is the first digit and this is the second digit. Okay, right. So you have to first do the square of this digit or multiply this digit by itself. So what is 3 into 3? And then add this digit to itself. Multiply also, add also. Okay. So this is multiply and this is add. What? First digit. So multiply and then add. And this all you will be doing to the first digit. And then later, here you put 25. That will be it. That's it. You will get the answer. Isn't it so simple? Right. Yes. This you don't even need to write. Once you will be, practicing with me, there is no need to write. You will just do 3 into 3. 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 and then 25, 1, 2, 2, 5. That's it. So this is how quickly you should get your answer even in your exams. That's my motto, to teach you tips and tricks so that you don't feel disheartened. Right? Okay. So this is how we did it. Let's see this. So we know 15 square is 225. We can cross verify doing this. 5 5 is 25, 5 1 is 5 plus 2, 7. 5 1 is 5 1. But why to do this? Why this long method? When we have a shortcut, what did we understand? We understood MA25. This is the code word. Right? So M multiply, A add, and this all to the first digit. And here we need to do 25. So 1 1 is 1 plus 1, 2, and then 25. That's the answer. This is what you have to do. That's it. Nothing else. Now I hope you understood. And I hope you just observed that this was so simple. Why did we not know this earlier? No worries. No fear when Riddhi ma'am is here. Mentor Riddhi is here. And here, let's check your knowledge. You have just 5 seconds. Quickly do it. Put your answer in the comments for those 5 seconds that you have. Great. Very good. Yeah, so the answers are pouring in. And how did we do it? We actually simply did this. MA25. That's the code. So MA, this has to be done to M and then A and then 25. 5 5s are 25. 25 plus 5 is 30. So 30 and then 25. That's the whole answer. So the reason why I'm circling or highlighting 25 is because that's together. It is not that any answer that you get, you will have to put like this in the exam. No. Ma'am will feel as if you have started checking the copies and answer sheets yourself. Don't do this. Just simply write whatever the answer like this. Okay? Yeah. So how would you rate this trick and how would you rate this session? Enjoying? Yes? Wonderful. Let's move ahead. This is just a matter of 5 seconds. Quickly do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. 1 and 0. Okay, I believe you got the answer. Wonderful. I have so intelligent students in front of me, isn't it? So, what to do? Here it is MA25. Most of you would have got it correct, but some of you might have got it incorrect because it is something थोड़ा सा बड़ा number आ गया ना. It is 9. Last of the single digits. Right? So 25 you already wrote. And then it is M and A. So M and A. 9 9 is 81 plus 9 is 81 plus 9 is 90. So 9025. Very good. I believe we all should clap for our own selves. One, because I'm imparting knowledge so well. And the other, because you are inculcating it in your own so well. Right? Chaliye. Let's move ahead and see how to memorize pi. I believe this is something which every student faces. They all remember till 3.14. Some of them remember it till 3.141. And that's the end of the story. But I feel if you know more about, at least up to 5-6 places, the digits of pi, things become easier for you in terms of, assuming, if not assuming, preempting the calculation that's there. Right? So you can already judge that the answer will be somewhere close to this. Right? So this is the Mool Mantra to know pi. If you can ratify or cram this statement, I am telling you, your life will be as simple as a cakewalk. How I wish I could calculate pi. And that's something which already runs in our mind. How I wish I could do this. How I wish I could do that. How I wish I could be a dancer. How I wish I could be a painter. Similarly, you can say, how I wish I could calculate pi. Okay, so let's speak this together for 5 times. How I wish I could calculate pi. 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 Quickly now. How I wish I could calculate pi. See? Now I'll keep mum. You speak this for 3 times very honestly on your own. That's it. Now, why I made you remember this? How many digits? 3. How many digits? 1. How many digits? 4. How many digits? 1. How many digits? 5. How many digits? 9. Not digits. Alphabets. I am speaking incorrect. You are also not pointing me out. Where is your attention, children? Right? How many alphabets or letters? 2. Now, just simply write it down and after the first place, put decimal. 3.141592. How I wish I could calculate pi. Did you ever think this sort of a thing exists? If you don't think so, write no. And if you are enjoying, write enjoying. Right? Shall let's move ahead. Multiply in parts. So multiplication can be very tedious. It can be very lengthy. And we do not want to go the conventional way. We actually want to simplify. So I'll tell you one thing. While I was, studying for certain government job examinations, which even I attempted, the syllabus was a lot. And I could not understand how to do this whole book. So it was a 300-page history book. And for an engineering student like me, memorizing history is, if anybody has put you into prison, it is so difficult, right? So 300 pages history book. So what I did, I promised myself I will do 30 pages in a day. I broke that 300 into parts of 30 each. Then what happened? Then I could not even do 30. I'm telling you very frankly. So I broke it down as I will do 15 pages in a day. So I used to do 15 pages in a day. So I broke that 300 thing into 15, 15, 15, 15 each parts. And I was very happy because I could complete 15 in a day. At times, that 15 was also unachievable because my health was not fine and all. So I compensated it some other day. Some other day I could, tell myself that no, Riddhi, that day you could not do 15. That day you did only 5. So now let's do 10 extra today. So that's the beauty of parts, that it becomes simpler. Your life becomes simpler. Here, multiplication becomes simpler. Right? Chalo, let's understand finding out 3 into 74. So can you break 74 into 70 plus 4? Is there some difference that will come in your life? No. Your life will be still simpler in terms of maths because now mentority is here with you. Right? So now if 3 into 74 is this, so can you not assume this as like this? 3 will remain as it is, multiply or bracket. 74 can be written as 70 plus 4. You have distributed 74 into 70 and 4, 2 parts. So again, just like that MA25 trick, here also first multiply and then add. First multiply, right? 3 into 70, that is 210. Then 3 into 4. First you complete multiply. Once you are done with this, strike it off and then go to add. Add. And that is your answer. Here obviously 25 will not come. This is not that 5 wala trick. This is a different trick. The only reason I told you MA25 was to make you remember. Got it? Easy? Very easy. Very good. If you feel it is very easy, right? Very easy. So what did we do? We simply got that MA25 recollected in our mind and just chose MA out of it. First multiplied the parts and then added all together. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead. Here, this is nothing but a cross. Cross means don't make your attention go outside. This cross also means multiply. And we have certain parts. So can you write 218 into simplified parts? It is not necessary that you make only 2 parts. You can even make 3 parts. For example, 200 plus 10 plus 8. Now, most of you might be feeling as to how do we decide which parts to make? So, make it till it becomes as simpler for you to handle. For example, 218 is a 3-digit number. What you can do is, you can break it into parts such that it becomes 200 plus 10 plus 8. So, it is accumulation of round figures. You have to gather as many zeros towards the end as possible. That should be your focus, right? So it becomes this, 218 becomes this, write 6 outside. Now multiply and then add M and A. So 6 into 200, 6 into 10, 6 into 8. And then add everything up. So 6 into 2 is 12, then zeros like that only. 6 into 10 is 60 and 6 8 is 48. Add it, you get 1308. What do you think? Is the session interesting? If yes, you can write interesting in the comments. See, I'm smiling because I'm enjoying teaching you all. So you should also reciprocate something to me, that promise me that you will answer this question yourself very quickly. Yeah, I'm waiting for 10 seconds. I'm so thirsty. By the time I drink water, just do this question. Okay, last 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Yeah, so last 5 seconds. Put the answer in the comments if you've got it. And let's check if you got it correctly. What is this? This is nothing but MA. Multiply first and then add. What parts should we break this up into? 500 plus 15. You can also break it into as 500, then 10 and 5. Okay. So you first multiplied, right? 515 was there. You wrote 3 outside. So you multiplied and then you also added. That's it. That's the answer that you got. 1545 is 1545. Now this was still a question wherein I gave you more time. Now for the second question, I'm giving you less time. Please do it very quickly. What do you think is the answer? Great. Last 5 seconds. If you've got your answer, write in the comments. Checking the answer. Yes. So here we could break it into three parts: 900, 90 and 9, because 999 is 900 plus 90 plus 9, and outside we already have 9. Now multiply 9 into 900, 9 into 90, 9 into 9, and then add. So you could get this answer. Is it difficult? No, it is like a cakewalk now. Yes? Will you be able to memorize this? Yes, wonderful. So how many tricks down? We've done too many tricks so far. We'll see the summary later. But first, let's see how to turn the percentages into easier problems. Percentages can become very lengthy, and in life, in real life also, there are too many problems that you might encounter related to percentages, like your school marks. When you take out percentage, you can compare that my friend has got more, I've got less, I need to buck up, right? This is the trick number 5. We are on the fifth one, right? You can also see that probably if your parents are getting your house renovated, the mason might ask that we need cement and probably say water in the ratio of 40s to in the percentage or ratios. So they might tell you that, or your parents, that the cement is to water. The ratio of cement and water has to be 4:3, something like that. Or say 4:5. You can even convert it into percentages, that, he would want that, the percentage of cement has to be this much in the mixture, and the percentage of water has to be this much into mixture. So all this is not that you cannot apply in your real life. This is a very valuable trick that we are going to see, so that you can turn percentages into easier problems, right? For example, you were asked to find 10%, right, of 900. Okay, so here, if you see, this has been done. So my dear friends, I'll correct this. Again, this was I'm good. I'm, feeling good that you focused your attention here and you could pick the mistake. The question was actually to find 30% of 900. So if you are asked to find 30% of 900, you can simply break this 30 into 10 into 3, isn't it? So first find 10% of 900, and whatever answer you get, you multiply by 3. 10% finding is not difficult, right? So for 900, if I have to find 10%, what will I do? So see, when it is 10% of 900, that means how many zeros are there? Just 1 0. So you can simply strike off 1 0, right? Or what you can do is 10 upon 100 into 900. So you cancel this, cancel this, cancel this, and cancel this, and again you get 90 only, right? So it is just a matter of 1 0. You strike it off, or you can solve it if you're not yet comfortable with striking it off. Otherwise, that's, saving your time. So you get 90, and now this 3 was put aside. Now this 3 will come and show its importance and be multiplied to your given answer, right? So the answer is 3 into 90, which is 270, right? I'll still repeat what we did. We actually saw the question as 30% of 900. The ones who were paying attention saw it as 30% of 900. Okay. That 30% can be broken into 10% into 3. So first find that first part, 10%, and then the final answer can be multiplied by 3. Right? Now let's see, this 30% of 999 is what? So it is nothing but what you will do? 10% of 999 multiply by 3. Rest I am not telling, rest you have to do. Let's wait for say 10 seconds for you to solve. And the one who solves get this badge. The golden badge. We cannot give you a medal, but we can give you still a badge. Yes! Now what is the answer? Last 10 seconds to solve. Yes. Wonderful. Let's check the answer. So we could see that first we need to find 10% and then multiply by 3. So here these were not zeros that you could strike off. So definitely you will have to check for what is 10%, right? So when you see, this becomes 999 upon 10, that is 999, and then there is one decimal place. So that is 99.9 and multiply by 3 will come as it is, right? So this when you multiply, you get 299.7. That's your answer. What do you think? How valuable was this trick? If you found it valuable, quickly take just 10 seconds and solve this question. Keep pouring the answers in the comments very quickly. Yes. So when it is 70%, you can break it as 10% of 1233 multiplied by 7. And what answer do you get? See, as simple as that. Nothing is confusing here because I am there and you are also there paying attention. So 10% of 1233, just like the 999, the decimal will come here, multiply by 7. So it is 863.1. That's your answer. So I believe this trick was valuable. So not only this, the others also that we saw. So first we did the 5% of a number, using decimal method. It was very easy. You first use the 10 and then you use the 2 division by 2. So that was there. Quick square, we could use MA25 trick, isn't it? That MA25 was first multiply, then add, then place 25 towards the end. Memorizing pi, how I wish I could. That you have to see. Okay, that was a very interesting trick wherein we could understand and remember, probably, if I say it correctly, digits after decimal in pi, right? Multiplying in parts is when there are too many big numbers. How can you divide them so that you can break it into parts? So there also my MA was at least beneficial, if not MA25. And last but not the least, the percentage problems, turning them into an easy game, right? That also we did. So I thank you so very much for being a part of this session, for paying attention, for your valuable comments. And yeah, that's it. Until I see you next time, stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you.